Hey, Book, as a fan, you've seen those Chris Paul pull-ups for a long time, but what's it like to experience them as a teammate and knowing you guys have got that option late?
Um, I mean, it's insurance. I think he was guarded well on most of those possessions, and it's just one of those things you can't do anything about it. And that's Chris Paul, and he makes those plays, and you just have to bow your head to him. Because it's that level of focus, that level of intensity, that will to win. You can't teach that, and that's something that's contagious throughout our team that starts with him.
Something scorers talk about a lot is getting to their spot. Have you ever seen a guy like him at his size be able to get to his spot and shoot over any contest?
No.
I agree. Thanks, Book.
All right.
Next up is Cameron Cox with 12 News, and then Royce Young.
Hey, Book, what does a kind of a win like this, the end of this road trip, do say about this team? And then what can it do for you guys moving forward with the Jazz and the Clippers coming this week?
It says we're gonna fight. I mean, obviously, we knew this was gonna be a dog fight, beginning to end, um, and we had split the trip so far, so we wanted to, turn an okay trip into a good trip. Um, so anytime you go on the road and come back with a winning record, especially with the lineup that we had these 5 games, is big for us moving forward. And we still know what we're up against once we arrive home. Also,
Next up is Royce Young with ESPN, and then Brian Mahoney.
Hey, Devin, I've got a little bit of an off-topic question to ask you. I'm trying to get perspectives of young stars in the league. Carmelo Anthony is about to move into the top 10 all-time in scoring in the next couple games. And I'm just curious from your perspective and watching a guy that's been such an icon in basketball as a young superstar in the league, what is Melo's journey to you said about his perseverance, being out of the league, then back in the league, and kind of what he's accomplished?
I mean, he should have never been out in the first place. And all real hoopers know that. But like you said, there's not many guys that come through this league that get labeled as an icon. And Melo, stay Melo is definitely one of those guys. So, the perseverance part, doesn't surprise me. He's a hooper. He's a real hooper. And, that will never change. Melo is forever. And me personally, he's affected my life and my game, just from a distance, just watching him, over time, watching the skill set, watching his passion for the game. So, Melo's forever.
Next, we'll go to Brian Mahoney with the AP, and then Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Devin, we didn't think you should have been out of the league either, watching him here for years. I think Monty said that he had talked to you about, you said you played the whole fourth quarter. Where did that kind of energy come from at the end of a trip like this on a back-to-back?
We wanted this one. We wanted this one bad, just for ourselves. I mean, obviously we knew, about the streak that they had going on, and we knew that this was going to be a dogfight. So I'm willing to take it to that level, for that. And this is an important win for us moving into our next few games at home. And I think this win helps the energy on the plane ride back, helps our energy moving forward throughout the season.
Thank you.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, and then Nicole Jarena.
Devin, you had talked about, but even after the Brooklyn game, that you guys would be ready. And what was it like seeing Cam and Mikal, who had been struggling, come through in that second half?
Yeah, we talked to them during the game. We talked to them at halftime, and, I think they missed a couple shots early, and then had some open ones and passed up on them. And we were telling them at halftime, you got to shoot those. That's what our offense needs, is you guys to step up and make those type plays. And Cam hit a bunch of big ones. Mikal late drove by, got a dunk, hit one in the corner too. So, I'm running through all their plays in my head. They made a bunch of them that got us to our win tonight.
And just quick follow, you've talked about playing in the Garden and what that's like for you, and then the energy of it. Just speak to that again, and being part of that environment, then rising to that and having the kind of performance tonight.
Well, yeah, you feel it. It's obviously one of those ones that you mark going into the season, and any chance you get to be around the aura and the feel of of this arena, and the history that has been through it. Obviously any competitor wants to perform. So that's what that was.
Final two questions are Nicole Jarina from Puerto Rico and then Gina Mizell.
Hi, Devin. Congrats for the win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Monty spoke early about how important was for the team not rely on others, the team's success or clinches the playoff like the past year. Tomorrow, you can clinch the playoff spot officially. So how do you feel on how this team has grown and the way it's positioned itself as two best player, two best team in the league, not depending on who wins or who loses?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about just building our culture. And that's where the foundation started, you know, pre-bubble, getting in the gym together and, you know, developing, you know, a culture to get better in each and every day. And that's been our mindset, you know, just focus on ourselves and clean up the things that we have to clean up. Because, you know, we have big goals for this team that we're trying to reach. So, you know, every game's important to us.
Final one is Gina Mizell with Suns.com.
Hey, Book, that was kind of along the lines of my question as well. And I'll just expand on that and say, you know, we know what you've been through personally with this franchise. And I know you do have so much bigger goals for this season and beyond, but just for you to kind of be on the verge of crossing that benchmark, just what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, man. I mean, it's been a long time coming. So I've said it multiple times in many interviews this year that I don't want to look back. And we have a group, you know, top to bottom that feels the same exact way. So, you know, it's been fun. You know, the happiness is here, winning games is here, and, you know, all